Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, Dr. Myers-Small. I have a quick question for you. And first, I want to say thank you for all your leadership here in Rochester. You took over in a very difficult time. We're grateful for your leadership. And as I've mentioned before, my own personal history with RCSD, we are all rooting for this district and doing everything we can in the Senate and Assembly. You touched on, as a chair of mental health, I did want to talk about what the $1.2 million cut in the health services, what the effect of that might be for you. And so I want to give a chance that maybe you can elaborate. I know you touched on the social emotional supports that you were hoping you'd be able to give your students. Can you touch more on that in general, and then also the added need you've seen because of the pandemic?
Absolutely. I have to put this quick plug in. Assemblyman Brook and I graduated from the same high school, different decades, but we're both Vikings. But as far as the 1.2 million, certainly we've had to really reimagine how nursing services are applied, and just think about being in the midst of a pandemic. And so while we're meeting the mandate, really, we would really like to make that even more robust. But as you also just going into a little more depth with social emotional needs, our students are really struggling. And so just being able to more specifically tailor and differentiate our interventions with students, we are very fortunate in Rochester to have significant partnerships throughout our community that help us do that. But I would love to see that be expanded and making sure that each one of our schools have the necessary resources to move forward. Things that I think make Rochester very unique, Assemblyman Brook, is the fact of the protesting that frankly has happened. Many of our students saw individuals pass by their homes. So again, they've been at home since March 13th. Because of the quick shift to remote learning, and then again dealing with the adverse childhood experiences, and then just what further complicates that is just seeing the injustices that were unfolding in our community, and in some instances that was right front facing for them. And so we were very deliberate as we shifted into the start of the school year, because the protesting really came to a very high situation in Rochester, to make sure that we fortified specific interventions to help our scholars deal with the some of the feelings, because some of our students just weren't emotionally or developmentally ready to deal with some of those issues. So we were very deliberate in developing our schedule for each of our scholars to have 15 to 20 minutes each day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, to start with the social emotional check-in. So that's something, while I'm certainly responsible for teaching and learning, the social emotional needs, if they are not met, it makes it very difficult for teaching and learning to occur.